Hello and welcome to the Personalities of the Tarot podcast. I'm your host, Elizabeth Seer, and this is Season 2, Episode 16 for January 10th, 2024. We've just entered late Capricorn. And I continue praying and hoping for peace among all nations. While I can't directly stop conflict around the world, I can be what I wish to see in the world, and I wish to see kindness and respect among all people. Therefore, I can be kind and respectful to everyone I know and meet. This is a message that I am going to continue to convey until war stops. On the last episode, on the first day of the new year, I discussed mid-Capricorn and the energy of the Three of Coins. Go back to episode 15 and check that out if you or someone you know was born January 1st through the 9th. Episode 14, just before that, was all about Capricorn and the Two of Coins. But in this episode, I'll be talking about the Four of Coins with late Capricorn energy. That's, we're looking at January 10th to the 19th. We also move from the reign of the benevolent Queen of Coins into the time of the Knight of Swords. He reigns January 10th through February 9th, 10th, right in there. I've got our late Capricorn birthday list as well, so do that thing you do. Sit back and chill, drive, pop in your AirPods and go for a walk while we dig into the energy that we're all working with now. Just a reminder, I'm a highly rated tarot and psychic reader. I have 5 stars on Google, Fiverr, Groupon, Fresha, and I think even Yelp. If you're interested in getting a reading, but maybe you didn't know how to go about finding a psychic for you, check out my site at elizabethseer.com. I have posts about my work and personal experiences, and even something about psychic scammers who give us all a bad name. I have video meditations and links to a few products I created to help out if you're also spiritually curious, like me. You can only book a reading with me through my team at chickswithspiritualgifts.com or my personal site, elizabethseer.com. The Four of Coins, or Pentacles, is all about possession. I'm not talking like young Linda Blair in The Exorcist spewing green pea soup type of possession, but possession as in holding on to something, saving it up, or in extreme cases, being greedy. Now, for those born in late Capricorn and under the Four of Coins, January 10th through the 19th, there's a natural attachment to material things. You're probably willing to work hard, really hard, for money, property, and health, and you have a natural fondness for being in charge. Capricorn is one of the cardinal signs after all. You like to have control over your material world, and you find comfort and security in your bank accounts and your possessions. If you manifest the shadow side of the Four of Coins, you're going to be, as I said before, greedy, stingy, selfish, and maybe even unwilling to share what you've got, even with those around you, those close to you. You may have a fear of poverty and become defensively materialistic. You need to loosen your grip on your material things and realize these belongings don't really bring the security that you may be seeking. For everyone of all signs now, January 10th through the 19th, may be a time when you need to hold on to what you've got because you have to pay for something later. This can be money, bills, or even your physical energy, like going to sleep early to wake up for work tomorrow, or not going out, not just because of waking up, but not going out because you can't spend the money, because you have a bill to pay. It may also be a time where you're feeling a resistance to change regarding income, job, budget, or even diet and exercise. Make sure you're not falling into the trap of equating your emotional security with money or your self-worth with possessions. The rules we impose for our own well-being can be taken too far if your self-worth becomes deceptively associated with your material world. Take this time to build abundance through awareness, but don't hoard too much of your time, money, and energy, or life can become cluttered. Try to go with the flow and allow movement of the physical from you and back to you. You might need to work on trusting the universe to help with providing for your needs as you let go of the false security of things. Are you spiritually curious? I've created some divination tools which might help you on your spiritual divination journey, including my Seer's Casting Tarot released earlier this year. I'm truly enjoying working with the 78 symbols on discs, and I can't say enough about just how thrilled I am with the casting board. It's a new way to enjoy an old divination tool. Links for my divination sets and more are at my website, elizabethseer.com. The Knight of Swords reigns January 10th through February 9th. Those born during this time probably manifest some of the following traits. They normally have good intentions, however their attitude can be overbearing at times. They may be able to offer considerable help, and others can feel that strength. However, they can be a difficult taskmaster as they have a tendency to overanalyze. They have to be treated with caution since they always seem to be plotting something new. With that, and their keen sense of observation, it could be the fall of anybody who crosses this Knight of Swords. Their intellect can easily lead them into precarious situations. They should, however, stop thinking they're the smartest person in the room. A bit of humility would go a long way for these personalities. Positive attributes associated with this knight include being logical, knowledgeable, direct, philosophical, revolutionary, and observant. The shadow side of the personality is that they can be blunt, overbearing, opinionated, hesitant, unfeeling, harsh, malicious, and unreliable. Now, since knights are harbingers of change, and the Suit of Swords deals with emotional struggle and strife along with intellect and reason, during this period, everybody of all signs could experience changes which cause emotional discomfort or upheaval. You might even experience a rude awakening which forces you to reevaluate your motives and thoughts. Be cautious and review all of your options. Scrutinize everything now and release those things which aren't serving your highest good. But don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. You're working with intellectual processes and communication at this time. These energies can bring you to a place of reason and understanding, which could bring about some peace, although peace is definitely not an attribute of the Knight of Swords. It's famous birthday time! Here's the random list of famous or infamous late Capricorn characters and celebrities born January 10th through the 19th. Those on the list were born with that Four of Coins energy, which also means they're working with the Knight of Swords energy as well. As always, this list does not mean I agree or disagree with a person's words or life choices. It's simply to educate on the late Capricorn personality, giving you the opportunity to compare public personas with their tarot and astrological correlations, for bad or good. Rod Stewart, Dave Grohl, George Foreman, Jim Croce, Pat Benatar, Martin Luther King Jr., Benjamin Franklin, Edgar Allan Poe, Janis Joplin, Mary J. Blige, Amanda Peet, Alexander Hamilton, and interestingly enough, the man who would get famous singing his story, Lin-Manuel Miranda, Naomi Judd, Howard Stern, Oliver Platt, Rob Zombie, Issa Rae, boxer Joe Frazier, Rush Limbaugh, Jeff Bezos, or Bezos. Is it Bezos or Bezos? Raekwon of Wu-Tang, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Dreamboat Patrick Dempsey, Shonda Rhimes, Orlando Bloom. I guess some would think he's another Dreamboat too. Oh, and another Dreamboat, I guess, Liam Hemsworth. And another Dreamboat, LL Cool J. Jason Bateman, Slick Rick, Caleb Followill, Regina King, Pitbull, Skrillex, Dove Cameron, Kate Moss, Frank Zamboni, that's right, of the Zamboni fame, James Earl Jones, Jim Carrey, Steve Harvey, Michelle Obama, Kid Rock, Zooey Deschanel, Al Capone, Betty White, Muhammad Ali, Andy Kaufman, Kevin Costner, Dave Bautista, Jason Segel, the late, great 1980s teen film director and writer John Hughes, Katie Sagal, Sean Wayans, and the greatest American to ever live, Dolly Parton. We have a new moon on January 11th. It's a good time to create some structure in your life, create visions for the future, and create some new vibrations on your journey in manifesting. On the next episode, we move into Aquarius, and we'll talk about the star and the volatile Five of Swords around January 20th. You've been listening to Elizabeth Seer, and I'm grateful for this time with you.